You know, here we got an original Survivor Dodge Custom Royale 4-door, 34,000 original miles. Jeez. It's amazing the paint's like that too.
Wow. That made up for your mother if I got her before. Yeah, there you go. Tell me a sorry though. So money.
Like I said about interiors in the older cars, man. Look at these, you know, the seats and the door panels. Nice.
Oh hell! Those things don't have that operated on or
I mean, nobody does that stuff anymore because, you know, some bean counters like cutting costs. Let's like all the same. Two-tone steering wheel. Vent window in the back. That's important. Like the vent windows in the back too. That's real air conditioning.
I don't think anybody ever sat in the back seat before I got it.
Really?
The ashtray, nothing in the ashtray. Look at the headliner, you can see it's never been smoked.
Ha! Yeah. You know, it's I don't think they don't have back. Most of them don't have that, dude. That rear vent windows, do they? Rear vent windows? Who else got that?
4 doors.
They do? Oh, okay.
Well, not new. No, not now.
No, I mean in the 50s they had it pretty much back then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was about the end of them. Though.
Yeah, because I'm more like, I remember 50s, but I keep thinking like certain 50s. I don't remember all of them, you know. Yeah. I remember like the 60s and 70s really good, but.
I couldn't tell you.
Oh yeah, right, yeah.
I couldn't tell you if 57 had it.
Probably not. Yeah, they probably dropped off pretty quick, huh? Bean counters cutting that cost. I was always saying, like with the interiors too, the cars like back then, you have like all these different ways you can get the interiors, different tune tones, different color combinations, and now it's like you got gray or you got beige or tan. That's it, you know. So what do you got?
This has still got the lube stickers on the door.
Oh, really? Yeah.
From dealer prep.
From the 50s, 58?
Yeah, that one, and this is one of the original tires here. That's one of the original tires.
Holy shit. So what brand tire is that? That's a
Goodyear.
Goodyear, huh? You could tell by it. You could tell like that's an older style of tread. I know you could buy them, but they're hard to. They're not too cheap.
Well, these it had when I bought the car, it had the first replacement tires on the ground.
Really?
And I've got 6 kids, and they said, Dad, you can't be driving that car like that.
No.
You know, but and I had one that was losing a little air occasionally, so they all went together, and these are radials, you know. But,
what kind of engine does this have in here?
315.
315?
See, this is dealer prepper.
Oh wow.
This is 9 years later. That's 9 years later.
Yeah, I remember the push button transes, man. They even had those in a '63 Polaris, even and stuff.
This is when I bought the car.
Huh?
It had 20,987 and when the guy got it serviced.
Wow.
And by the time he got it home, it had 21,004.
Wow.
So when I got it, it had 21,004. But yeah, that's.
Is this overhead valve or is it flat?
Oh yeah, no, it's
overhead.
It's good. It's
Yeah.
overhead.
So I know that trucks are still making flatheads in them. They're coming up with flatheads even in the '60s.
Yeah, 6s.
Yeah, in the '60s. Yeah.
But they only put this engine in just 1 year in the cars.
Oh, really?
And then 57, 58, maybe they had it because it's a 315. See, and they got away from the 315.
Yeah.
But that's the only year they put it in.
I remember like the engines even back in the 50s from the Dodge and the Plymouth and the Chrysler were all different from each
Well,
other.
everyone's different.
Yeah, they didn't share all the same engines. They were getting all the sharing the same engines later on in the 60s. A lot of people didn't realize.
Interchangeable to them.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like going from a Pontiac to an Oldsmobile to a
Yeah.
Buick to a Chevy back in the 60s, you know?
Yep.
And they went,
Yeah, this is my backyard up north. That's those. I got 4 of them.
holy smokes, man.
One of them.
We were here in Florida?
No, that's up in Ohio.
Oh, okay.
One of them, the second one from the left, that's a stick shift with overdrive. That's a Coronet. That's only got a 270 in it. The other-
270, not a 273, 270.
270. And it might have been 273. That might have been what it was. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't, well,
But the other ones all had 315s, and the one on the left that's covered up, it had a Hemi in it.
really? Yeah. Yeah, they had a lot of, I remember even the Hemis from the Dodges to the Plymouths were different too. They had different Hemis.
Yeah,
And,
they didn't have. I don't know when they put a Hemi in the Plymouth. But Dodge and DeSoto.
oh, wait a minute, Dodge and Chrysler, I meant to say.
DeSoto and Chrysler.
That's what I meant. DeSoto and Dodge and Chrysler.
Dodge and
That, not the
DeSoto.
Plymouth,
I had
yeah.
a friend
Sorry.
that had a
Misspoke.
56 DeSoto Adventure with a 341 in it. It had 2 4-barrels on it. You know,
Yeah,
beautiful car.
yeah,
He put a lot of money in it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just keep the rust away, man. Because I know that's the biggest up in Ohio, man. I'm surprised you got a survivor from Ohio.
Well, no, this came from Iowa.
Oh.
And I bought it out of Hemmings Motor News.
Oh,
And I bought it from the banker of the original owner.
oh,
He had it in his basement.
oh.
So, like I said, it only had 21,000 miles on it. That was still a new car, you know.
Basically, yeah, it is. It's a very new car. It's amazing. You know, it's amazing there's so many survivors out there still that are around. I see some of them.
When I saw it and it said it had, it was a 4-door, I said, let's go look at it because I had 4 2-door haircuts.
Yeah.
I said, let's go look at it. I'll call the guy up. And I did. I called him up. And he gave me an idea when I could come look at it. And I went over and I said, this car belongs in Ohio, not in Iowa.
Yeah, really. I like the vent too up in the front too, flip up vents and stuff.
That's my air.
Yeah. I mean, you didn't. That's what a lot of people didn't realize. You didn't really need air with all that stuff because, like, there's little side windows
Well,
and
see,
stuff.
they did have an air conditioner.
Yeah.
It was hooked up to the vent. You had to open that vent,
Yeah,
and then there's a couple little doors down below that
Yeah.
you open up
yeah,
or close up.
Yeah.
Depends on what you want. But yeah, it's
wow. You know what I always like too, those kind of intake manifolds because they run a lot, keeps the fuel cool. You know, like when you got that space.
I've got a 315 Hemi sitting at home
Really?
on an engine stand, and I've got dual quads for it.
Really?
But I had one back then, back in the 50s, and I used to tell everybody, the guy in the gas station would tell me when I pull in to shut it off so he could catch up. I get about 5 miles a gallon, I guess.
Where do you get your chrome done, or is that original?
No, that's original.
You're kidding me.
I did put a new bumper on it, but this was on it when I wrecked it even. There's a dent right here.
Wow.
But it didn't, it bent it up, and see this, the bolt got bounced there. This has got a crack in it. See that crack right there?
You did chrome on these cars are much better back then.
And when I wrecked it, this wing was bent up because I hit a guy right,
Yeah.
and when I unbolted it, that sucker come right back down.
Oh, cool.
I never did anything to it.
I couldn't tell. You didn't told me that, I would have never known.
See the blue crack?
Yeah.
Yeah, these. I was in a old dealership. The guy was in his 90s at that time, and his dad had the dealership, and then he took it and he sold parts. I bought some of these. I couldn't even tell you what I paid for them. They're still in the envelopes. They're
Really?
up in my
Yeah.
in my garage at home.
Huh.
But I mean, just in case I needed them, you know. And the thing is, I asked him about something. What I went in to see him for was a pan gasket for the transmission.
Yeah.
He says, well, let's see. He gets his parts book out, gets his Rolodex out. I said, why don't you put that stuff on the computer?
Yeah.
He says he don't have nothing to do with the computer, yeah.
Did it crash?
And he told me right where they were.
Yep.
And I went up. He had an apartment building above the thing, and he had car parks all through that. He told me right where they were, and I said, Paul, what do you got to have for them? He says, look in his book, $1 a piece, and I figured $7-8 a piece for them, you know.
Yeah.
Original in the envelope. Yeah.
Gave you the original
So
price?
I took 5 of them.
Oh my God.
And they're home in the garage yet.
There's a lot of stuff out there, I guess, if you really look.
This guy, like I said, his dad had the dealership. He had a Polara, 61 Polara, sitting on the showroom floor yet.
Yeah.
And he had shit stacked all over. You know, I mean, he just, like my garage. But mine are old cars. That was a brand new car. And he just had stuff sitting all over it. But these are dealer installed seat covers.
Oh, really? Those are seat covers on there?
Yeah,
These aren't-
that's dealer installed.
Huh.
The upholstery is,
Guess it's flawless. Yeah.
well, I don't want to take the seat covers
I wouldn't
off.
look at it. Yeah, I would tell you the truth.
guy
Yeah.
that had
Yeah.
one like that was that color, and it had what they called the D500 motor in it.
Beautiful, man.
A lot of fun.
Small cubic inch. Come from the factory
Well,
with dual
take care of that puppy, man.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
In the back, they had pouches here, and in the pouch they had